Mai released Ren's shoulders and turned to face the room as if she were addressing a council of war. Her voice rang out with the smooth, undeniable authority of a woman who had spent 20 years making decisions that changed thousands of lives. Your sister will take you shopping. New fabrics, hairpins, shoes, everything befitting your place in this family. She paused, letting the words sink in. And your father is already remodeling the guest wing into proper quarters for a daughter of this house. Zhou, still by the window, smiled. It was a bright, helpless, almost radiant smile. The smile of a man who had been given a second chance he never thought he deserved, and who intended to bury that chance beneath silk, lacquer, and every luxury his modest scholar's salary could possibly afford. He looked at Ren the way someone might look at a miracle, afraid to stare too closely for fear it would vanish. I have already commissioned new shelving for your scrolls, Zhou said gently. Cedar-lined. Your grandmother always insisted cedar preserved spiritual ink better than pine. Ren inclined her head. The gesture revealed absolutely nothing. From the corner chair, Lin rose with careful, practiced grace, the kind that comes from maintaining composure through pure muscle memory. Her smile was flawless porcelain and just as fragile. Of course, Mother. I would be delighted to accompany my sister. The word sister left her lips like a stone she had been forced to swallow. They left the manor in a covered sedan, seated side by side on cushions scented with sandalwood. Lin said nothing, not across the courtyard, not through the outer gate, not even past the first row of merchant stalls. Then the sedan slipped into a narrow lane between a jade cutter's shop and a tea house, and the bearers slowed as they pushed through the crowd. Suddenly, Lin grabbed Ren's wrist. Out, she ordered the bearers. Wait here. My sister and I want to browse on foot. The instant the sedan curtain dropped behind them and they were alone in the dim alleyway, Lin's composure shattered like porcelain hitting stone. She stepped in close, so close her breath brushed Ren's face. Her eyes blazed, caught between furious curiosity and something even more unsettling. Panic. The panic of someone realizing the ground beneath them may not be solid after all. What happened to you back there? Lin demanded, her voice low but trembling at the edges. Why are you doing this? And do you? Her gaze flicked downward, then snapped back up. Color rushed into her cheeks. Do you still have that between your legs? Ren looked at her older sister with the same calm, mild attention someone might give a changing sky before a storm. She said nothing. Lin's blush deepened, but she pushed forward anyway, folding her arms tightly. So what now? Are you going to compete with me for marriage alliances? For the family's assets? The eastern estates are already assigned to my dowry fund. The spiritual orchards, the jade quarry shares. Her voice rose sharply. Are you seriously going to get the exact same resources as me? Am I supposed to hand over my real estate for you? I have no interest in your orchards, Ren said. Then what do you want? Cultivation resources, nothing more. Lin opened her mouth to fire back, but a voice from the mouth of the alley sliced through the air like a blade leaving its sheath. Yes? May stood framed against the lane's pale winter light, her teal robes filling the narrow passage. She must have followed on foot. From the look on her face, she had heard every word and found the entire conversation exactly as disappointing as she expected. Ren will receive everything she needs, May said, striding forward until she stood between her daughters, because she is carrying on your grandmother's legacy and her cultivation. The color drained from Lin's face. Grandmother's legacy was offered to me first. Yes, May said, it was. The silence that followed was surgical. May's gaze drifted past both of them, locking onto something neither daughter could see. Her jaw tightened, and for a single heartbeat, the commanding sect leader was gone, replaced by a younger woman standing in the manor's entrance hall on a crisp autumn morning 11 years ago. The old woman had arrived without warning, as she always did, emerging from the mountain mist as though the clouds themselves had chosen to walk in human form. She wore plain, undyed hemp. Her white hair was tied back with a simple leather cord. Her eyes went first to Lin, and in that gaze lived a quiet, unwavering hope, the hope of a master who had finally found someone worthy of carrying on her life's work. Lin shifted her weight, one silk slipper sliding across the polished floor. I don't want to go, she said, her childish voice ringing with the absolute certainty of someone who had never been told no. My friends are here. I have an endless supply of elixirs. Why would I leave all this behind when I can achieve the exact same results right here at Mother's side? Something changed in the old woman's face. Not anger, something deeper. Final, like a door quietly closing behind her eyes. Without another word, she turned away from Lynn and looked down at the boy. Small, silent, empty-handed. His arms rested at his sides, and even then his eyes held that terrible, unblinking stillness. Follow me, the grandmother said. She turned her back on the manor and disappeared into the mist. The boy followed her without a single glance behind. No one stopped him. No one called his name. May blinked. The memory let go of her. Suddenly, she was standing in a narrow alley between her two daughters. One she had failed through distance, the other through closeness. The matter is settled, May said, steady and unwavering. Lynn, you will take your sister to the silk quarter. You will help her choose fabrics suitable to her rank, and you will do so graciously because you are a daughter of the Chang sect, and pettiness is beneath you. Lynn swallowed hard. Then she gave a single nod. May turned and headed back toward the entrance of the lane. Halfway there, she stopped. She did not look back. Ren? Yes, the cedar shelving your father mentioned. He has been awake since the third watch, sanding it by hand. A brief pause. He wanted you to know that. Ren tucked the information away alongside meridian charts and breathing sequences, another data point in a system she was still trying to understand. Then she looked at Lynn. Lynn's eyes burned with fury she refused to release, and Ren said, "Show me where they sell spiritual ink." Lynn stared at her for a long, silent moment. Then, with the rigid, mechanical precision of a woman whose entire world had just shifted beneath her feet, she started walking.